Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to look at a couple small desert rose that I've been growing. I planted these last summer. I think it was late summer, probably September timeframe, somewhere around in there. I picked these up at a local nursery. I have been growing my own. I've got a couple big ones that I've got seeds from. But I picked these up from a local nursery because the colors were a little bit different than what I have. These are white flowers. They haven't bloomed yet. As you can tell, they've been inside, so they're semi dormant. So they lose some leaves. They kind of maintain growing a little bit, but they do lose some leaves, and until they get back out in the warmer weather in the spring and summer, they kind of look like this going through the winter. But when I planted these in these containers, they were about this big. So you can see how much they have grown just in 6, 7 months, something like that. But this one I grew from seed, and from the tag here, I planted this seed in September of last year, and it's been growing. It sprouted late last summer, but then got kind of going through the winter. It's grown a little bit, but this is kind of what it looks like now, growing inside all winter. So, like I said, it was that size when I planted it, and you can see, the growth that puts on. The base really swells up with water because that's how it feeds itself. It's a succulent, and it stores all the water in the base. As opposed to, I guess, other succulents, they store it in the leaves, but this one stores it in the base. So anyway, that's how big it was, and it's kind of, you can tell it's doubled or tripled in size just in about 6 months. So today I'm going to repot them. You can tell it's, especially on this one, it's actually pushing the soil out of the container. So not an ideal time to repot, but we're close enough to spring and they're staying warm inside here. I'm not really going to mess with the roots a whole lot, so I think we'll be okay. Basically going to just slip pot them into a larger container and let them continue to grow. Not too much bigger, but a little deeper, give it more root space, and they may have to get repotted again. I've got some a little bit bigger containers than this, but I think I'll just start out with these just to get them in something, and then maybe in the summer when they're a lot healthier, I can do a little more work to them. And another note about desert rose is if you're going to do any cutting, pruning, or anything like that, the sap is poisonous, could be irritating. So if you're going to do any cutting or get exposed to the sap, you probably should wear rubber gloves or some sort of protection. So, but today I'm not going to do any cutting or anything. My goal is just to slip them out of here and drop them in the new container. So I think first we'll get some soil in the container. Start out, get it about halfway full, I guess, and then we'll kind of see what these roots look like. See if it's coming out of the bottom. Nope, not out of the bottom yet. Oh yeah, it'll pop out of there pretty easy. Yeah, it needed to, definitely needed to be repotted. You can see the roots have kind of swirled around the bottom here, but again, I'm not going to do anything with them because I don't want to upset the plant too much, since it's really not actively growing a whole lot, since it's not in the summertime. So I'm just going to nestle it in here, get some soil around it, and let it continue to grow a little bit. Like I said, these may, because these grow pretty quick, I may have to repot them again once we get into summer, but I just wanted to get them out of this pot because I'm starting to water them a little bit more now since it's getting warmer, and they are starting to grow a little bit more than they were when it was really cold in the wintertime, because I don't keep my house super warm, but now that it's kind of maintaining a little bit warmer temperatures, my plant room is, which is also my office, it's around 72 to 75 degrees most of the time, so they are growing a little bit more. So I am increasing the water a little bit, which causes the base to swell and push itself out of the pot with the root growth. So just nice easy slip pot today. Like I said, basically just to get them into a bigger pot so they can continue to grow, and then probably even move them into a bigger container as I get into spring and summer. So let's see if this one comes out. See a few roots coming out of the bottom, but hopefully it will come out here. It's being a little bit more stubborn. So let's see if we can push it up from the bottom. And this one's tight. Let's see if I can get down in the sides here and loosen it up. I guess that's a good sign that the roots are growing that good, but I just started, I've had the big desert roses that I picked up at a nursery, but last year was an experiment for me because like I said, I got some seeds from the seed pods, planted them, and I've got, I don't know, 4 to 6 little guys like this growing. So it'll be interesting to kind of follow the progress and see how they continue to grow and how fast it takes, how fast they start blooming. Oh, there we go. Just about lost that. Guess I loosened it up good enough. Yeah, see that? It's not super ideal, but I'll fix that later this summer. I just want to get them into, and this soil, you can tell it's a little damp, so it wasn't draining that well, so it's probably good that I'm getting it repotted. That root was blocking the drainage hole. So I probably won't be watering these for, probably just let them sit in here for a good week or so just to really dry out before I start watering them again. Especially this one. The other one felt pretty good. It was dry, but this one's got a little moisture in the roots. So, and that's one thing you got to watch out with these guys. They will, if you overwater them or they stay too wet, they will rot pretty quick. So these are definitely best to keep on the dry side. I'm just gonna get this settled in around the roots that are there. If I can find a picture of my, I don't think I've had my big desert roses on my YouTube channel yet, but I will see if I can find a picture of one of the big ones that I have, and just kind of show you that. And that's where the seeds came from for this guy. It's kind of fun, watching the seed pods develop and then taking your own seeds off of them and planting them and seeing them grow. It's kind of fun. I have a lot to learn with desert rose. I'm just getting started. It's be my second year with them, but I'm going to do some experimenting because they tend to grow really long, I guess. But you can chop them because you can see the new sprouts down here just to get it kind of short and squatty with a lot of foliage at the top. So that's going to be my goal this next summer, is to do a little bit more experimenting. and learn myself on, how they respond to bigger cuts at the top, just to get the branching a lot thicker down closer to the trunk. So I think that'll just about do it for today. Like I said, I'm not going to water these for probably a good week or so, and then I'll come back and water them in. But so I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.